Chapter 2 begins with the image of a big city. Our protagonist narrates that it has been more than 2 months since he arrived in the Central Plains. His daily life has been somewhat simple. In the morning, he helps his brother collect firewood. In the afternoon, he makes charcoal and cleans the workshop. Sometimes, though rarely, he greets the customers who visit the workshop. And among all this, the most fortunate thing is that his father managed to get silver coins, so eating has been a bit easier. But no one knew where that money came from until one evening, during dinner. His mother and father suddenly began fighting. His mother shouted, "What? What did you just say?" His father replied, with a stiff expression, "I borrowed 60 silver coins from a loan shark." Mother's voice rose again. "Why? How could you do that? All the money we've been using for the past 2 months came from a loan shark." She continued, frustrated and scared. "How are we supposed to return that money? If we fail to pay them back, what do you think will happen to us?" The protagonist's father tried to defend himself. "I borrowed it because I needed to buy iron ore for the business. Let's just end this here." But mothers don't end things like this. Nor should they. She said firmly, "You know what they'll do if we don't return the money. They will cut us into pieces. What are we supposed to do then?" Everyone fell silent, shocked. At this moment, the protagonist's father snapped. He shouted, "Then what? Should we just starve? Either way, we were going to die. If not for this food, we would have died 2 months ago." He added, tired and angry, "I know they're loan sharks. I know what they can do. So just hurry up and eat." Our protagonist watched the whole scene and realized they truly were at a dead end. Still, they all ate quietly. But with a mood like that, appetite doesn't exist. Their house wasn't any better. A bad smell lingered everywhere. Dust, dust, and more dust. The hygiene of the household was a disaster. While the protagonist was thinking this, his father sighed, long and deep, and said, "I haven't eaten this well in a long, long time." And then continued eating with absolutely no table manners. His sister also, unintentionally, added fuel to the fire. She proudly said, "Mother, I finally washed my hair after a month. A whole month." Mother smiled lovingly. "Ah, that's my Yoni, very good girl." As if that's an achievement. Our protagonist simply couldn't take it anymore. He stood in frustration and thought, "I cannot live like this. I need to fix things around here." With that thought, he asked his father if they had something like stiff fur. His father replied, "Hunter Mo has a lot of boar fur. He gives it away for free. If you need some, go get it." The protagonist thanked him and bowed. Soon, they brought home a huge bag of boar fur. Seeing it, the protagonist thought, "Originally, I wanted to make toothbrushes just for us. But with this much fur, I can do a lot more." And since he had nothing better to do, why not give it a try? He took a stick, applied glue on one end, pressed boar fur onto it, trimmed the uneven strands, and just like that, created a modern-day toothbrush. He finished one. His sister came, curious, and asked what he was doing. As every brother behaves, he casually said without listening to her, "Go inside. It's cold." His sister pouted, turned around, and ran back inside, sulking. Meanwhile, the protagonist continued using his modern world knowledge in this murim world. In a few days, he made many brushes with all the boar fur. Seeing this, his father asked, "What is all this?" The protagonist then taught his father how to brush his teeth. Usually, parents teach their kids. But here, the child from the modern world was teaching the ancient parent. His father tried brushing and froze. A refreshing feeling washed over him, like he had discovered something divine. The protagonist explained gently. This is a toothbrush. I invented it. His father's eyes widened. Being a businessman at heart, he instantly realized. This, we can sell. Protagonist nodded. Judging by your reaction, this really might be a jackpot. And so, the two of them rushed to the market. The market was huge. A crowd gathered quickly. Everyone wanted a toothbrush. They sold out everything they had, cheering that they had truly hit a jackpot. 250 toothbrushes. In just 2 hours. Sold at 2 iron coins each. A total of 500 iron coins. Equal to 5 silver coins. To explain the coin system, 100 iron coins equals 1 silver. 100 silver coins equals 1 gold. His father started proudly explaining the whole story. How they made money using boar fur and a stick. But, yes, listeners, this man was not cut out for business. He practically handed their golden opportunity to every vendor around them. At this time, even the protagonist wasn't sharp enough. He didn't see what we can see. They went home thinking, if the whole family made brushes, they could pay off the loan shark easily. So they bought boar fur, wood, adhesive, in bulk. And under the mother's command, the whole family began production. They stayed up all night and made a massive 3,000 toothbrushes. But when they returned to the market, they froze. Vendors were already selling new, premium toothbrushes. Beautiful engravings. Smaller sizes for children. Bigger ones for cleaning floors too. They had innovated our protagonist's so-called invention even further. The protagonist immediately remembered a concept from his past life. Intellectual property rights. A system that did not exist here. He felt bitter at his own mistake. His father asked quietly, "What should we do now?" The protagonist replied, "I should be the one asking you. We only have 15 days left before the deadline, right? If that day comes, and we still cannot pay, will they really chop off the limbs of our whole family?" His father began sweating heavily. And they stood there, helpless, while vendors sold their invention for 1 silver coin each. And with this, our second chapter ends.